Okay, I've made this painting for the Tremendous Trees competition, and I've done it in acrylics, and I used the Atelier Interactive Acrylics. So I had to decide beforehand on the layout of the composition. So I want to capture the greatness of the trees. So I realized that to capture the whole tree into the format, it's going to be difficult to get that greatness of the tree to have the biggest impact. So I've chosen just the bottom part of the tree. There's the, what do you call it, the trunk of the tree, and I focused on all the branches that has been cut down years ago, and all the different rugged, strict, what do you call it, parts of the tree. I love this part of the tree with this bark, peeling bark, and the circle. I've decided to make that the focal point because a circle is always a thing that will capture your eyes. So I've made that the focal point, and the tree is in the foreground. So I didn't plan the painting ahead. I've just had the big shapes, and then when I've painted the tree, I realized I need to put something in the background, and to emphasize this part of the painting, I've decided to put the seascape in the background to contrast with this nearby, the nearness of the trunk and the distance of the sea, to emphasize that. So then it became more of a landscape. I've put in the clouds, and I had to put some contrast in the painting, so I used the contrast of the soft clouds against the bark, the peeling bark, and all the textures I've put in the foreground. So for this I've used a lot of texture paste mixed with my paint, and I've used a lot of textures here, and I've used a lot of more glazing techniques in the background. I used a lot of glazing techniques on the clouds to make it soft. So I've used all their different techniques in one painting. So that's mainly what I've done, and I've put some emphasis on the atmosphere as well. I used a lot of warm colors. I like to use a lot of warm colors to have that cozy feeling. So I've done that, and on a deeper level, there's some more meaning to the painting, and that's why I've called it perseverance, because as a human race we also need to do a lot of survival things in our lives. So we, as a human being, we will lose something and we will gain something as well. Like immigrating to Australia was difficult for me. I've left behind everything I knew, and so that's also part of it. And with all the things that's going on in the world, there's a lot of people losing loved ones, losing their health or anything like that. So the trunk that's been cut is symbolic of that. The tree needs to survive. His trunk has been cut, but he's still growing and surviving. And that's where the idea of perseverance comes in, because I had to get a title for this painting. So it becomes more complicated the more I've painted on the painting. I see more meaning in it, but everybody can see his own message into the painting. But as a painting, you just need to enjoy the painting and look at it.